everybody, and welcome to Restless Barbarian Gaming. Tonight we're playing some Dragonbane. It's one of my favorite games, and tonight is a one-shot set in the same, or using the same setting, the Heart of Ardana, that we had run a previous kind of mini series in. So tonight we're picking up with that same setting and coming back to it, so that we can kind of continue the story that was told there. Tonight we do have some new players who are going to be trying the game out for the first time. I believe Q has played it before, but the rest are brand new to the system. And I think we're going to have a really fun time tonight. So I'm going to go around and have them introduce themselves and tell us who they're playing. So let's start with Q.
Hey everybody, I'm Q. I'm going to be playing Jimmy Tickle Longtoes. I'm a halfling thief. A bit short for a halfling. Got tousled black hair, small ears, big nose, one blue eye, one green. But other than that, that's my most colorful aspect. I tend to dress in duns and grays and try to blend into the background and be unnoticed.
Okay, great. And Diver.
I am Diver. If you've been a fan of Restless Barbarian streaming, you're probably getting to know me as a regular here. I'll be playing Wolferia, Dreadmane, otherwise known as Fira to her close acquaintances, because it's questionable whether she has friends. But she's trying to do the right thing, being a knight of the Fenris Order. You may not have heard of that. Perhaps you'll find out more of it tonight. She dresses in black chainmail that is stained with old blood stains from previous encounters. She's good about cleaning it. She just doesn't clean off the stains. It sends a message. She's got a flail. She's got a shield that is, well, you can kind of see the wonderful illustration here behind me that Gwendolyn has done. Her shield it's like a carapace. It's like a beetle carapace. So you can tell that she's kind of not your ordinary knight. And there's any number of rumors as to why she doesn't ride around on a stallion. Some people have said that she perhaps has eaten a stallion, but she has promised not to eat anybody on this particular mission. So I made that promise to our GM here.
Always a cannibal.
Yes.
Starting to have suspicions. So, okay. Hey, let's talk to Gwen next.
Hi, I'm Gwendolyn. I'll be playing Phage Genai. She's an elf with a wandering spirit, in that she doesn't really know where she's going most of the time, but she's willing to make a friend just about wherever she goes. So we'll see how that plays out.
All right, thank you. And Jeffrey.
Hi, I'm Jeffrey, and this time around I'll be playing Draken of the Ikamo clan. He is a Mallard mentalist mage, and is often quacking philosophy and proverbs in between sullen grumblings and musings.
All right, that sounds awesome. We are ready to go, folks. What I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of set the stage for us, kind of where we are starting at. We are in a small village by the name of Stonemore. It is a small place south of the Misty Vale. So if you're familiar with any of the lore of Dragonbane, that's where kind of the most of the campaign settings that they've presented so far. The Misty Vale is kind of a big area surrounded by mountains to the north. But we are in a smaller place called Stonemore. Up until recently, it had been a very depressed area, very down on their luck. Apparently a witch had had placed a curse on this village. The curse was broken just recently, a couple months ago. A small group of adventurers had retrieved a book that was the writings of a knight by the name of Saint Elsidor. This book was Brooke. This book was brought back to Stonemore to the resident cleric, Brother Bernard, who opened the book and was able to transcribe some of the writings and managed to break the horrible curse that was on Stonemore. So the town is starting to prosper. There's more trade coming in, and among its many residents, there is a small family by the name of the Bramblethorns. They are halflings. The father, Bramblethorn, man, I got to take the marbles out tonight, is a bread maker. He is a baker who has a small shop with his wife, Walronda. And they have a charming daughter by the name of Cora. And Cora has shown some abilities of late, and has been something of an inspiration to the people of Bramblethorn. Not Bramblethorn, of Stonemore, in that she has shown some abilities in healing. She is a very smart and able kid who has been seeking training at Brother Bernard's side. She is very interested in helping the people of Stonemore, and unfortunately, Brother Bernard, an older guy, doesn't really have the time to take a student under his wing. But what he has done is reached out to a school of magical training. It is a place called Rose Hill. It is 3 days' journey from here. And young Cora has been accepted to go there and perhaps learn magic and pursue her destiny. The challenge, though, for this 11-year-old is getting there. The road there doesn't really go all the way. It ends up stopping at an area called the Lowlands Marsh, a very boggy and gross place to get through. And then from there isn't really a set road or path to get there. So her family has, through Brother Bernard, has managed to hire some adventurers who will be helping to take Cora there. We're gonna come into our first scene where we're going to come into Brother Bernard's home, where the Bramblethorns have come together with Cora's things and are getting ready to leave. So let me switch over to some quieter music here, because I realize that music is kind of loud and
very rousing.
Yes, very bouncy. We're going to go with something else. We first come into our scene with Brother Bernard, who is again an older man, kind of the hair growing out of the ears, long, crazy old man eyebrows, but overall an okay guy, is talking with the Bramblethorns. And there's a knock at his door. He kind of staggers over with his cane, opens the door, and there are 4 figures standing there. And he will invite them in, and you feel seen. That's good. You always got to trim those before we're gonna. And 4 figures are escorted into Brother Bernard's house. So what I'd like to do is have each of the characters introduce themselves in character and tell us what they look like. So whoever would like to go first.
I'll go first. Oh, go ahead.
She would probably be the first one in. She'd be has a little bounce in her step. She is. Hi, I'm Sage. I'm so glad you invited me on this trip. This is going to be so exciting. We're going to go to places, see new things. She's just all blonde and bouncy and thin and a little not all there. So.
A little not all there. Let's take a look. And I don't know if this is the latest one you gave me. I think this is This is
Yes.
her? Okay.
Yes, that is her.
So here is Phage. Okay. Let's then show you. Cora. And I did realize. Sorry, I did have a picture of her. Sorry about that. So we are going to give you an image of what Cora looks like. I do not have pictures of the parents because, well, I didn't ask. So. And let's take a look at Miss Cora Bramblethorn. Excuse me. There she is. Again, some of this beautiful artwork done by Gwen and Jeffrey. Thank you again, guys. We appreciate it.
She's adorable.
She is adorable, isn't she? About 11 years old. So, who's next? Introduce themselves.
Draken will.
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Draken steps to the door and lowers the battered straw hat on top of his white feathered head to hang on a loop around his neck, where there also drapes a beaded rosary of gemstone that acts as his focus for casting spells. It also rests across a staff that is always at hand, or at feather in his case, and is wearing just the top because, of course, being a mallard, no pants ever, of a dark, like, black gi with a red sash tied around the center. Steps in, gives a curt but polite nod indicating a sense of eagerness to be brief and underway, and says, we have assembled and ready to leave at a moment's notice. And then will plant the staff on the ground and just kind of have a wave and a gesture, and in the corner of the room will seemingly just sit, as is pictured, resting the staff on the ground, but body is kind of seated, cross-legged in midair.
Very cool. Cora just kind of hides a giggle, and she's like, hello, Master Draken.
Greetings.
And we are going to go next to the next character who would like to introduce or describe themselves.
Diver has to go next.
Okay.
Oh, I thought you were going to go because you and
No, I had to preemptively jump in and say, not me this time.
Okay. All right. So standing over 6 feet tall, Vera is bigger than the rest of her companions here. Even Drakon in his floating, balanced, hovering state doesn't quite make it up to her shoulders. She has to duck to actually get in the door here. And so she does. She comes in, and the room darkens a bit because she's wearing, most of her armor is dark. But there is some light that shimmers off of it, and everything about her gives off an unquestionable predatory presence. It's not one that she's trying to put on. It's just one that happens to be there. She is the big bad wolf. And so she comes in, and she's hunched over because she still doesn't know how high the ceilings are and things like that. She comes in, and immediately you can see her nose. And I've already described her armor and everything. It's black. You got a nice little paw print on the pauldron there. Beetle carapace for shields. It's a wicked flail. But her nose is what captures the attention of everybody in the room. Is, where is the child? And, she's looking around, and she looks down, and she sees Cora, and she leans in close, and she sniffs, and she says, we shall get you where you need to go today. And then she stands back up. I've sworn it. And then she licks her chops.
Cora Cora plants her hands on her hips and tries to bravely say, "I take your challenge, Madam Wolf."
It will be my honor
What I'm
to
talking
escort
about.
you.
All
All
right.
right. Well, when Fira steps into the room, Tickle slides in right behind her.
Yeah.
He comes up to probably like her knee, if that, and just kind of slips to the side and leans up against the wall while she's sniffing around. Nods to Cora. Hey kid, thanks for the opportunity. And just chills back against the wall. He's, he practices at being as nondescript as possible. So he just tries to blend in with the furniture.
And he is not leaping into the room casting a dagger, though. So
No. Yeah, I'm afraid
Picture.
that Jeffrey drew him a bit more badass than I imagined. So hopefully that aspect of him will come out. If he pulls up his mask, you're in trouble.
All right. Cora has with her a trunk, a small trunk that has her belongings in it. That she wants to take to Rose Hill. She says, "I hope this won't be any trouble. You will probably need a horse and a cart to carry all this there."
Yeah. Do you have one?
And she turns and looks at her parents, and her father's like, "Oh, hi, sorry." And they are all halflings, so they are probably about Tickle's size. "We're sorry. We had hoped that possibly that might be included with the journey." And they kind of give each other, husband and wife kind of give each other a quick look, like, I suppose we could try to scramble and find one here in the village before we send Cora on her way.
Sounds good. We can wait.
Horses.
Awkward silence.
Yeah.
So Tickle is eager to get out of town, but he's been pacing the place for a while. Has he noticed anyone with horses and carts that be
There
easy?
is. There is a new business that just opened about a month ago. Mr. Hertz has horses and carriage for reasonable prices.
All right.
There is a security deposit required for a term he came up with called rental. To take these out of Stonemore and bring them back to within a reasonable time.
Right. Do the Bramblethorns look like they can afford the rental fee?
No.
Okay. All right. I'll just go take care of it. I saw the place with the I'll be right back. I'm gonna go steal a horse and cart.
Never needed a horse before. We can just walk. It's fine.
Well, Cora's trunk is quite heavy. I don't.
I'm gonna slip off and steal a horse and cart.
I go over.
Go ahead.
I go over to the trunk and it's like, "Why do you have so much stuff?" And I immediately open it up to see what's in it.
You're gonna find there's a lot of clothes in there, and there's a lot of goddamn books. She has a lot of books in there.
Oh my God.
And she's like, "Well, I'm sorry. I just enjoy reading so much, and I just wanted to make sure that I had something that felt like home."
The quack of
Well, these are
wisdom
just-
is louder than the roar of ignorance.
This is just stories, right? We can tell stories on the road. I don't have a problem with telling stories. If that's going to keep you entertained.
Well, once I'm at Rose Hill, I won't know anyone when I'm there, and I'm afraid I'm going to get homesick.
Oh, I'll teach you all about how to make friends. It'll be fine.
If you say so. And she kind of begrudgingly leans over and starts to take books out. And at about that time, yeah, Tickle has Tickle. Is he going to? He's going to rent a horse and wagon, or is he going to acquire one?
Going to acquire.
He's going to acquire one. Okay.
You say rent. He says borrow.
Exactly. Okay.
I thought this was a given.
Okay. Well, there's a couple ways you could do this. You could try to get a lower price. That would be bartering.
I don't have enough cash on me to do that.
Okay. You could attempt to sneak in and through sleight of hand attempt to borrow a noble steed. So what is going to be his approach then?
I'm going to sneak in and borrow a steed and
Okay.
cart so that we can get this ship on the road.
Yeah, there is a small barn with about 3 horses in there. You do hear Mr. Hertz. He is about a middle-aged man, a merchant, kind of walking around outside. So you're going to have to sneak past him to see if you can get in there. So, yep, it's our first roll of the game then.
All right.
So I have your sneaking is a 12.
Well, yep.
So you need to roll under a 12.
I just got an 11. So we're good.
You got an
Get us a
11?
horse.
Okay. All right.
I've been
You
quietly and silently. I used the doggy door.
you slip in. There are 3 horses there, 2 males, one female. The female is kind of more of a gray horse with some white spots, while the other 2 are brown, we'll just say, for lack of a better term.
No
all
chestnut,
seem-
no
What's that?
chestnut or anything like that. No colorful colors.
No,
brown.
no, your storyteller is not doing a very good job of describing horses tonight. So
Okay. Tickle don't know.
brown or hazelnut or.
Tickle's standing there looking up at this horse thinking, what was I thinking?
that was going to be my next question.
I was here for it. I'm like, I don't know how he's going to do it, but okay, I'm here for it.
I mean, there could be a pony in there somewhere.
Could be, yeah.
I guess I'll have
Looking around, you only see the 3 here.
only see the 3. All right. Well, I'll just pick the nearest one and see if I can figure out how these saddle things work.
Okay. I believe that's probably going to be a riding roll to figure out how to get the saddle on there and be able to get the horse out. Yep.
All right. I've only got a 6 in riding, and I rolled a 4.
Oh,
Wow.
all right. You managed to get up on a barrel and
Like he's done it a million times.
Right?
He probably has.
It's like climbing into a house.
you find a barrel nearby. Get the saddle on, and just quietly manage to lead the horse out the door. But I am going to ask for actually one more sneaking roll to see if you get out of here without. And this one's going to be at a disadvantage because this is going to be hard to walk a horse out of here without the owner seeing you.
Right. He may notice the horse, but he won't notice me.
Yeah. So let's have a
Horses bolt all the time.
roll at
Shit.
disadvantage.
I don't need to roll a second time. I got a 19, so.
Oh, right. You're
No, I might get a drag or demon, so hang on a sec.
okay.
Nope, I didn't. Okay.
Okay. You hear excuse me, young man. Yes, you, the small one.
Yes.
What are you attempting to do?
How much?
To rent the horse for a small journey. would be the sum of 3 silver.
3 silver for a horse. How about with a cart?
With a cart, why, that would be 5 silver.
Okay, that's a little bit more than I was expecting. See, I have to escort Cora Bramblethorn. You know her, she's cute.
Yes, yeah, oh, fine.
Off to school.
Fine child.
She needs a cart to put her stuff in.
Of course, of course, of course.
I don't suppose you could get me a discount just for Cora.
I don't suppose you could have asked me first before you attempted to take the horse.
What?
So there we are, young man.
Bring it out to ask you how much it cost.
And I've told you the price.
Okay.
If you
Is it
simply
half
asked,
pound,
we
half
might have
bring
given
the
it to you
horse
for free. But since you attempted to I can't think of it. Abscond, yes, thank you. Abscond with my property.
Gone.
Then we are back to the normal prices.
I am offended that you think I was trying to steal this horse.
I'm offended you think I'm an idiot and wouldn't notice you walking out of here with a horse. And again, here we are.
Do you know how hard it is to lead a horse at my size?
Sir,
That's all I could do to keep it from running off. Do you train these things at all?
They are quite well trained.
I don't believe you.
And he has a cane and kind of like taps it on the ground. He's like, but then again, here we are, sir.
Fine. Here's 6 silver. That's all the tip you're getting.
Why, thank you. And he gestures and he's like, have a wonderful journey and give Miss Cora my best.
Oh, I will. She seems very excited.
Oh, yes, she is.
And I'll be sure to spread the news of your wonderful new... What do you call it?
We call it horse rentals. And
Horse rentals.
And I think this is an idea that will catch on.
I think you might be onto something here.
Unless the
It'd be
horse
better if I could only pay half now and half when I brought the horse back.
Again, you attempted to leave with the horse without paying. So again, here we are, sir.
Well, surely this... Anyway, it doesn't matter. Hook it up to the cart. I don't know how to do that. I'll wait here.
And he gets the cart, hooks it up.
You were so close. You were so close.
And he says, oh, good day to you, sir.
Right. Good day. How do you... Like this?
And he's like, yes, you take the reins and click your tongue to tell the horse which way you would like it to go. And the horse kind of moves a little bit. See?
Whoa.
You've got it.
Does it go any slower?
You'll find out.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Would you also like the optional insurance in case you have any trouble on the road?
No, I'm sure we'll be just fine.
Are you sure? Some things aren't covered in the rental agreement.
Well, I'm afraid I don't have any more money.
Very well, sir. Good day to you.
How about ye old extended warranty?
All right, so I'll head back in.
Okay.
Make sure you go over every part of that horse and the cart, all right, for any damages that are already there.
Yeah.
Did you walk around the horse?
Yeah, exactly, right.
Like a rendering of any blemishes.
That's right, exactly. You know, a diagram of the horse, a mark here, a mark there, you know.
All right. By the time you're done with this, you get back to Brother Bernard's, and Cora has taken out all but the books she can't part with. There's a couple she's very, very endeared to, and is like looking up at Phage like, I don't know, I really want this one.
Here, let me show you how to pack a backpack properly. Because you're going to have to be doing this on your back because, you know, walking is good for you. And I'm basically showing her. It's like,
Okay.
oh, well,
Yeah.
You know, both of these dresses look exactly alike, so I think we can leave this one behind.
Okay.
Okay, kid, you can throw everything in the back.
And that's, yeah, so that now
And a
that you've
horse
gotten everything down to a
appears.
backpack, that's when Tickle shows up with the wagon.
Yeah.
So she doesn't need the trunk anymore.
See, isn't that now you can walk around and be free and go with all the stuff that you have all on your back.
Yeah, okay. I guess you're right. Thank you, Phage.
Vera grabs all the books she took out and everything, stuffs them back in the trunk, lifts up the trunk, and carries it out.
Right. Well, yeah, the trunk gets loaded onto the cart, and basically the cart itself, people could sit in there. There's enough room for you to sit, and someone would have to. There's two people could sit up driving driving itself essentially. So since Tickle is the only licensed driver on the rental agreement, they must drive the wagon or the cart.
So Tickle's got to be driving it the whole time.
It's
Well,
better
he's while they're in the city, you know.
you try taking a journey when you have a 2-foot stride.
All right. Anything you guys would like to do before you leave town? Cora is going over hugging her parents. So I'll send a letter as soon as I get there. I promise I won't be any trouble. And they're like, giving her hugs and kisses and getting ready to let their little girl go off with strangers to out into the great unknown. Anything the party would like to do though before you head out?
I'm going to tell Mr. Bramble he owes me 7 silver, but he can pay me when I get back.
Could I see the rental agreement?
What agreement? I just said, give me 7 silver, you can have a horse and cart.
Okay. Give me a bluffing roll.
Fail.
Okay. He says, I knew you wouldn't be able to get that without paying for it. Shame on you, sir.
Hey, I tried. I tried to borrow it, but he caught me. It
Mr.
was actually
Hertz
5 silver. I gave him 6 to kind of mollify him, though.
Mr. Hertz is very adept at catching people attempting to use his property without paying for it.
Yeah, I still think it's a good plan, though.
All right. Anybody else anything to do before they head out on the road?
Phage takes out the 6 silver that she has and hands it over to Tickle. Here you go.
Oh, okay.
Thank you. Okay, now you owe her 6 silver.
Well, he doesn't owe me anything.
Vera's going to go over to the horse.
Uh-oh.
Hey,
Smells
watch it around that thing. It's spicy.
It smells delicious. It's a good horse. She just pats it, on its side, and just like pat of approval.
Smells like old sweat and hay.
No, this horse has been well fed. Well taken care of.
Cleaned and Febrezed right before you took off. So,
A lot of
okay.
the cart was filled with a lot of used pipes, though. Draken will walk up to the parents and do a very rigid, formal bow, and say, "You honor us with the charge of your offspring. I trust you to do great things, and we shall see her safely to her destination. On mine honor." The warrior duck knows that every journey begins with a single splash.
Thank you, Mr. Draken.
I bow in the same way, and I go, what he said.
Draken will shoot her a little side glare.
You're doing great. You're doing great.
Yeah. Okay.
Kind of taps his staff on the ground, spins on his webbed foot, and waddles. Flaps out the door.
All right.
We're going to have a great time.
All right. Okay, so you load up everything in the cart, and you begin to head out the gate.
I think that the horse, now I might be wrong,
Mhm.
but it has a bridle or something like that, that you can kind of hold on to it with.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did we get a tack and harness for it and everything, or did you just like take it
Yeah,
bareback?
so he's got whatever.
You did get the full package from him for 6 silver, right?
I better have.
You did. You did.
All right.
You got you got everything you need.
So with the flail kind of stowed on her back and the shield right over it, Vera's just gonna take her clawed hand and reach out and just grab onto the bridle and hold on to that as we begin our journey. So that's what she'll be doing. I mean, I'm not saying we have to start right now, but that's the position she'll be taking out front. So
you're gonna lead the horse.
yeah, she's gonna lead
To
the
water,
horse.
but you can't make it drink. So,
Oh yeah. And that's okay. It doesn't need to drink for what she's got planned next. So
You should have gotten that warranty.
Should have got that warranty. It's gonna come back to bite you.
What if we get
Okay.
hit by another cart?
Like the horse, anyway.
it happens, traffic these days on the road.
All right, you guys will leave Stonemore heading south. As you're starting to leave town, it starts to rain, and it's just kind of an annoying drizzle at first,
Of course it is.
and then an hour in, then it starts to get heavier, and it's starting to make the road a little muddy, little hard to
The wheels are
navigate.
sinking into the mud with all the books and everything.
Not quite yet. But what you do find, though, is eventually the road just ends. And you have reached an area called the Lowlands Marsh, where it is just a bog, probably about 2 miles across, that is cold and damp and muddy. But this is the way that you were told to head towards the hills that you could eventually get to Rose Hill.
Everybody forgot to mention the bog that's sitting right in the middle of the woods.
No, you were told. You were told that it was there. So it is basically impassable.
So let's go around clockwise.
Well, that was easy.
It will take you an additional 3 days to go around.
Do we have that kind of time?
You do not. She is supposed to be there in 3 days. So you are on day 1.
Well, so you miss a couple of days. It's no big deal.
But
Just school.
But I can't. I have to get there on time. She's kind of hiding like under a cloak. She's like, please. She goes, I don't think we'll be able to use the cart. I think we'll have to just go on foot from here.
See, this is where the backpack has come in handy, right? Now you can leave the truck behind and we can just get going. Let the horse wander back to its owner.
I don't want to walk in the mud.
Draken will have given the straw hat, which is very good for this kind of weather because as a mallard, I don't really mind the rain and have
Rolls
given
off.
it to yeah. Watch your
Beat me
beak.
to it.
I give it to Cora so that she has a little more shelter from the rain.
Oh, she's like, thank you,
Aw.
thank you,
Such a
Master
good
Drake.
guy.
You
I
know
would-
what this is? This is the Royal Department of Transportation. They said that they're going to have a bridge here for the last 3 years, right? And what happens? Of course, no bridge. They haven't even started it yet. Still caught up in committees and everything. This is why I don't even bother. All right,
Call me a thief.
Mud is very good for the skin, though. Come on.
I would like everyone to give me a spot hidden roll, please.
I would like to do that.
As you are kind of looking around and
Man!
cursing the
Oh.
mud and the rain.
Oh boy.
I have spotted
no.
never hidden.
Well, I got an 11 out of 10, so close,
Okay.
but
Fail.
not quite.
Okay. What about everybody else?
I
I
got
got
an 11, and mine's 5.
Okay.
I rolled a
so
17 and mine's 5.
5. Okay, I have 5.
The
And
dragon.
Yeah.
oh, you got a
Hold on.
dragon? Okay, awesome.
Nice.
Tickle's on it. He's scouting.
You spy, kind of buried about 10 feet ahead. You see something sticking out of the mud and grass, like a stone object, just kind of sticking out that no one else seemed to have noticed.
Okay. I'm gonna wander over like I'm gonna take a leak and check it out.
Okay.
Now, how deep is this bog? Is he just going to drop right in? Or?
In spots, it's not very deep. It's maybe like ankle deep, but like anything, you're not always going to be able to tell how deep. So you'd be able to kind of navigate through, but you're going to just have to be careful. And there will be some rolls involved for something called bushcraft. To be able to kind of spy the path as you're going through. But Tickle finds this stone object is sticking up out of the ground, and what it looks like is almost like a small monument to something, and it has some language carved into it. You know they're letters of some sort, but you're not quite sure what they say or what they mean.
Does it look valuable?
Well, it looks like it's stuck into the ground, so you can try to pull it out if you wanted to.
Yeah, I can give it a yank.
Okay, give me a strength roll, please.
All right. Oh, success. 11 under 12.
Okay, doesn't budge.
Wait, does that work? The strength, the agility checks work the same as skill checks?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep, doesn't budge.
Doesn't budge. Okay. All right. Well, I'll go ahead and take a leak, and then I'll go back to the rest of the party. And I found this weird pissing stone over there. It's got writing on it, but I don't know what it said. I didn't recognize the writing. I don't know if you guys care.
So the stone is kind of mired in the.
Yeah. It looks like at one point it might have been straight up, but over time has kind of tilted a little bit. So.
Okay. Could.
Cora likes to read.
Okay.
Maybe she wants to see it.
Okay. Either. Oh, yep. You guys can come over and take a look at it. Okay. Now to read it is going to require a successful languages roll first, and then to understand possibly what it relates to is going to be a myths and legends roll. So. Are you gonna try to read it first?
I'm kind of looking over Cora's shoulder, but I don't have much hope of reading it.
Okay. Draken?
Well, I'm kind of wondering if the writing only goes so far and then the writing gets buried underneath the surface, right?
Yep. You can examine it a little further if you like.
Could I try to using my staff as like a fulcrum? Could I try to leverage and try to rise the
it doesn't and you're afraid you're going to break your staff.
Okay.
But what you can do is you can kind of dig away a little bit of the mud and sediment that's there, and you can kind of see a little more of the writing that's on there.
Okay. I'll give it a try.
Okay. You need a languages roll then.
Oh, that's a dragon.
A dragon. Perfect.
This is going to go well
you note
because
that on your character sheet.
because I actually had Fira roll for myths and legends.
Okay.
Because that's something she's good at, and I also got a dragon. So between
Okay.
the two,
Nice.
Nice.
All right. Okay. So what you read on the stone is something about ahead lies the final resting place. Now, combining that with the myths and legends, you know that at some point in history, this bog saw a mighty battle had occurred here. A battle at one time that had been the forces of good against an army of demons, and that it's almost like this is like a historical site. So that makes you wonder, hey, maybe that's why they couldn't get this bridge built, because it's a
The historical society
It's a burial ground.
sticking their noses in, telling you what you can't build, what you can't paint,
yeah.
what you can't rob.
Sophia is going to describe in colorful language. Many bodies. Legendary battle. Many bodies. Good and evil. Light and dark. And, she's going to relate the details of this epic, mythical battle wherein all of these people gave their lives and their bodies are still here, lurking just beneath the waters of the bog.
Oh. How long ago was this?
Hundreds of years.
Hundreds of
Their
years.
stuff's probably all gone by now.
Centuries, just bones now.
Draken looks out over this apparent stillness of the marsh and remarks, "A floating duck presents stillness, yet hides a flurry of activity below the surface. You should proceed with caution."
Parents just going to look back and take note of the wisdom that has been bestowed upon the group. Yeah.
Okay. To cross this bog is probably going to take you it's going to be like 2 miles across here.
It is 2 miles. That's what you said. So we need a boat. So can we convert the cart into a boat?
I don't know how deep it's going to be, though, in spot.
Can we at least take the horse and leave the cart?
Right.
You could? Yes. Yeah, you could. You could
Paige
certainly
paid
take the horse.
6 silver for that thing.
I think there's a Mr. Payne's rental around here.
You can certainly. Cora seems a bit upset at this. She goes, "What if the horse gets stuck in the mud? We poor creature might not be able to get out."
Happened.
We get stuck in there.
It's happened.
Horrible.
Look, he's got
looks at Phage like, "You're not going to let them do this, are you?"
No, we can just let the horse wander back home. It'll be fine.
Yeah.
Some of them swim.
They all float down here. You don't know how that voice came out of Cora. No. She's kind of like goes up to the horse and she start like get untying it from the wagon.
I help her out.
Okay.
Come on, I'm taking the horse. I'm riding this thing.
Okay. All right. And she's like, Cora's just looking at you like you're a horrible person. Okay.
The horse is forward, girl.
It is starting to rain harder.
It could probably carry you both, honestly.
I don't know that she deserves to ride on the horse with an attitude like that.
That's fair.
That's why I walk everywhere. It's a whole lot less hassle.
So I'm going to need a successful bushcraft roll from someone. And this is essentially almost like pathfinding across this area. So you're going to want to look at your character sheet and see, maybe who has the best in bushcraft.
I was about to say, I hope we have a bushcraft person here.
It's not going to be me.
Not me.
I don't think anybody's a hunter.
Great.
Okay. All right.
I was hoping we get an NPC maybe with that, but great. Okay.
Well, here's what we're going to do. Tickle is riding the horse. He's going to have to make a riding roll.
All right.
And then everyone else, if you want to pick someone to make the bushcraft roll.
Well, we can also help with a roll, I think.
You can. Maybe, yes. Yeah.
Maybe teamwork can make the dream work here.
You can. That's what I was going to say.
This is water in front of us, right?
It's water, and it gets deeper in spots, and it's higher in spots. So it's not like a total swamp. You see, there's almost like little islands of dirt and land, and it's treacherous to look like it to get across.
I mean, if I tested the water, is it like water? It's not like quicksand or something like that?
Right, just water.
Oh,
yeah.
I'm a fantastic swimmer. I can just swim and direct people.
That sounds like a great idea.
Where to go?
Okay.
I would have never guessed.
That's sticky.
So let's do this. Then you're going to be able to make swimming rolls. which I think you get an advantage, I believe.
Yes.
Um,
Webbed feet.
Yep.
And I get to move full speed.
Mm-hmm. And you
You
will
have
be
to
able to
suppress the urge to quack while you're doing it.
like a duck to water.
Mhm.
Okay, so that sounds like a great idea. So you're going to be able to make swimming rolls and basically lead the group through.
Yes.
Okay,
Amazing.
sounds good. Okay, so this is going to take a couple of rolls to get across, and then what we're going to do is then the team is going to basically kind of follow behind you. They're going to have to pick out land and things like that to go on. So okay, so why don't you make your first Draken? Why don't you make your first swimming rolls at advantage?
Okay. That's our. Glad it's with advantage. Oh my god, are you kidding? 2 16s in a row. That's a
You
failure.
messed this up.
Okay.
You're the duck, and you messed this up.
Yeah.
So I have my other ability. Mallards are the only characters that get 2 abilities for being mallards. I'll say Draken slips in the mud and falls flat to a loud squelch.
Okay.
Just before reaching the water's edge, and then you'll see a moment of stillness followed by Draken just vibrating, and then you'll see red kind of rising from the neck up to the top of his head, and steam starts to go out of his ears, and he'll just hear a and then Draken will leap up in a rage and use my ill-tempered ability. It's already boon to a skill roll. So do I get a boon on top of a boon roll?
No, I don't think they stack.
No, they don't stack. They don't stack.
Well, you'll just see him
Okay.
Just throwing a tantrum right there in the muck.
It does.
Vera just laughs. She just is. It's amazing. This is just the best sight ever.
I laugh as well.
Okay.
This is the best thing ever.
Phage, could you give me a spot hidden roll, please?
Oh boy. Yeah, that's a demon. I rolled a 20.
Okay.
I don't see things. This is fun.
You actually got mud in your eyes when
Standing too close to Draken.
Yeah. So the rest of the journey across the bog, you're going to be at a disadvantage on your rolls as you're trying to clean the mud and everything out of your eyes. Okay. All right.
We're down to 2 now. Okay.
I did at least succeed on the ride check.
Right,
you did.
Right, you did.
Okay, good. All right, so you kind of find a path to get through. Okay, Draken, you're about a quarter of the way across. And that's just going to be your second.
Flailing around,
having retrieved the staff that I threw angrily off in a direction.
Yeah.
Okay, a couple of deep breaths. found his center. Another swimming roll, you said?
Yes, please.
Okay, here we go. That's better. Let's roll again. Okay, both of those are a success now.
Okay. Right. So you kind of gesture away for the team to move through. Okay.
Vera calls out to him.
But he falls the first time.
Okay, so now you're about halfway across. Some of the spots, the water is getting a little deeper. So Draken, you're going to have to make your next swimming rolls, please.
Yes.
Are we there yet?
That's
there.
That's a success.
Okay. All right. The team kind of moves up. Give me another riding roll, Tickle, please.
All right. Oh, fail.
Okay.
Come on, horse, swim.
Horse slips and his front hooves go in, and he gives out this awful and starting to struggle and trying to find a way to get out of this.
And it can dive off.
I am getting okay. I'm sorry. I'm getting flashbacks to Never-Ending Story.
Yeah.
Okay.
I go up and try to grab onto the reins and try to pull the horse out.
Okay. Okay. I don't believe there's like an animal handling, anything like that in here.
Beast lore. I
Beast
don't know.
lore.
Beast lore and riding is really
Riding, yeah.
I would say trying to control a horse is probably riding. So if you, Phage, if you want to make a riding roll to see if you can help calm the horse down, kind of get it to.
So, and that is at a disadvantage because of the mud.
You
thing.
got it. Yep.
All right.
Bane, I guess, is the correct term for it in this game.
Yep.
All right. So I rolled a 4 and a 1. So I did make that.
Okay. But you have to take the 4 because you're at a Bane. So, okay.
And my writing is 6. So
Okay,
I'm good.
but you still made it. Okay, so it's not, the stupendous success. Yeah, you managed to actually kind of calm the horse down a little bit. It's trying to it's trying to pull itself out and try to get to some firm ground.
It's making an awful scene of things here. But you're doing great, Phage.
Okay.
You're doing great.
Could the other 3? Could you give me spot hidden rolls, please?
Yes.
Success.
Yeah. The fear is just too entertained by all of her
Okay.
companions. So yeah. She's
Okay,
not
so
saying
1 success.
Failure.
Failure. Okay. Tickle. While you're pulling yourself up out of the water, something touches the back of your leg.
Oh God!
Nope.
I'd squeal and shoot up out of the water.
Okay.
There's something in the water! There's something in the water! There's something in the water!
Like R2D2, right? Just-
My leg!
okay. When you jump out, you see there are 4 figures have emerged from the water, and they appear to be lizard folk, and they're all holding bows, and they're all pointing them at you guys. We're going into combat.
Oh boy.
Okay.
Well, at least it isn't tentacles.
It is not tentacles, no.
Or zombies.
We were all hoping for zombies and tentacles, and we got lizard men. So.
Okay. They are kind of to your right, but one of them had actually come right behind Tickle, and kind of swam past him.
Molested me.
Like
Okay.
a crocodile.
All right, so you wanted us to roll a 10 for the...
Yeah. What I'm going to have you guys do is everybody roll a D10, and that's how we're gonna handle initiative. So so got a 5 for Fira. Okay.
4,
I got
actually. 4.
Oh, I'm sorry, 4. Okay.
Sorry.
6.
6 for Tickle. Okay.
5.
5. Okay. So all right, Draken.
10.
10. Okay. All right. So you're going last. All right. So let me roll for my friends here, and we will get this rocking and rolling. Okay. So 2. Okay. 10. Okay. 5. Okay. All right. Since they have surprised you guys, one of them is going to go first. And we're just going to keep it number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4. And they are kind of fanned out in like an arc. Okay. So number 1 is going to shoot his bow at Phage. Okay. So let's see. So that is. Ooh, and he got a 4. Okay. So now you are able to. In your turn, you are able to dodge, but that is your action in this game. It's not I dodge and then I can still attack. So you can say I want to dodge, and then that's your turn, or you can, take the hit and try to do something on your turn. So what would you like to do, Phage?
I think I am going to dodge.
Okay, good. All right. So you manage to kind of roll over into the water as this arrow just kind of comes by and just kind of hits you on the arm. Okay. All right. So that was number 4 who shot at you.
We don't need to make an evade check or anything to dodge. We just state it.
You state it. Yeah. Yeah. I think the evade is when it's is that the one with the when it's like not sneak attack, but in this case I'm going to say she dodged, but I think you are right, Q. I think you do have to make an evade roll, but since I screwed that one up, I think I'm just going to let her have that one.
Yeah, it's to dodge or to flee from combat.
Okay, all right. I'll give you that freebie. I messed that one up. So okay, all right.
My evade's pretty good, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'd probably do.
Okay.
It's a messy dodge, but she
Yeah.
makes it.
Okay. Number 2 is also going to shoot an arrow, and he's going to shoot it at Fira.
Okay.
So let's see how he does. So, and he's going to miss. So his arrow just goes wide. Okay.
Or she brings up the beetle carapace and just catches
Anybody
it
have
there.
And then that brings us to Fira.
Okay. All right. Well, she's going to do what she loves to do and basically make dinner. So
Okay.
she's going to break a few eggs here.
Okay.
So she's going to go right at our lizard men, as many of them as she can.
Okay.
But yeah, she's going to basically advance on them. And
Okay.
so I guess I roll a d20 to attack.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
And that's going to be your you're using the flail, which
I've got a
Yes.
12 to make.
yeah. Is going to be it's a 12 on
I think
that.
it falls under hammers. So
That's what I was thinking. Yeah.
So bludgeoning, Yeah. And so she's got a 10.
Okay. All right.
And
So you hit, and then
wham!
then you're going to roll your weapons damage.
The 2d8,
Okay.
and that is 8 total damage.
Okay.
Plus a d4 because she has that,
Okay.
and that is 2. So 10 damage
Okay.
total.
Okay. So you come up, you swing this thing, and it crashes into the head of the number 1 hunter, and basically just like smashes his head off, and he sinks into the muck. Okay.
Oh, damn it. They're going to sink away.
Number 3, before he shoots, actually dives into the water, and you don't see where he's going. Next up is going to be Phage.
Okay, so you said dodging was pretty much my action?
Yes, yeah. So I'm just making sure I get you in turn. So now you can have free actions where you shout, you can things like that. But in terms of action, yeah, you dodged, you dove into the water. So
Yeah. So basically, I'm going to try the best I can to right myself and to make sure that the horse does not freak out.
okay, all right. Well, I'm gonna say you're able to like just kind of stay by the horse and you're settling it. So okay.
You do get a small amount of movement when you dodge.
Yes. Yeah.
Not your full movement.
Yeah. She kind of dove into the water. So what I'm thinking is that kind of pulling herself up out of the water next to the horse and steadying it is kind of her movement. So
Sounds
okay.
good to me.
Yeah, it's just
Okay.
2 meters. So
Okay, Tickle.
all right. So Fira is facing off against one of these creatures.
Yep.
Not
has,
facing off, having executed one.
has fully beheaded one. Of them.
I heard
Yes.
that part. I was trying to look up what action is possible. Is there one within 2 meters of one of the other pieces?
Yeah. Yeah, I would say the other 3 are all within range. So.
All right, then I'll focus on number 3. If that's
Okay.
not dead.
Yep, number 3. Okay.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
try to-
number 1 is dead, so there's 2, 3, 4. So
yeah.
And
All right.
one of them is underwater or something.
yes.
You roll
Excuse me. Actually, number 3 dove underwater, so you cannot target that one. So you can only go. Thanks for the reminder. That is 2 and number 4 are available.
Which one did you kill?
I
Number
killed
1.
number 1. Yeah.
Killed
number
number 1.
1 is done.
Oh, number
2
two.
and 4 are available. Number 3 has disappeared.
Who was on first?
All right, so I'm going to sneak attack him. I have to spend 3 will points for that. It doesn't dodge or parry, and I get a boon on the attack.
Okay.
And this is with my knives. Success. And what's my damage with the dagger? D8, so 2 D8. I rolled 2 1s. 2 damage.
Wow.
All right. Yeah, you managed to like maybe get him like in the chest, and he keeps kind of.
Wait! Plus my damage bonus.
Okay, I was gonna say you got a damage bonus too. So
Yeah, which I think only adds to. It doesn't double, I believe. Another freaking 1.
all right, so you got 3. Okay. Yeah, you kind of jam it in number 2's chest, and he kind of goes.
Oh, this is scaring the crap out of me.
And Draken.
Would I have seen number 3 dive
Yes.
underwater?
Yeah.
And I'm a fair distance from everybody, right? Like I'm not near.
Yeah. Yeah, you're kind of up ahead of everybody, so
Mhm.
but not so far that you can't kind of get back within your normal movement. So
Draken will observe all that's going on and note number 3 diving underwater and say, in the face of adversity, the duck can either adapt or dive. And I'll dive underwater so that I can get a beat on number 3.
Okay. I am going to say that when you're diving down, you are then going to have to make a spot hidden roll.
Crud.
You can do it.
You can do that.
You can do it.
It's a 2! A success!
There you go.
Okay. You see, you come down, you see a lizard man with claws out, just about to grab you.
Mm-hmm.
So you've used your movement, but you could still technically attack or flee.
Mm-hmm. Or use an action.
Yep.
It may be time to get angry.
Yeah. Okay. So if I cast a spell, that's an action. So I think I will, because this is a good amount of people. I'm gonna go ahead and make an attack.
Okay.
I'm gonna like front flip in the water to build some momentum and then bring the staff down.
Okay.
Dual-handed.
That sounds pretty cool. So I'm gonna actually give you a boon on that. So,
oh, cool! Thank you.
Yeah, I like the description of the spin and the.
Because underwater, it'll once you build up enough momentum, it'll really hurt.
Yeah.
Good, thank you. So I'm rolling on my staves. A dragon.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right. Yeah.
It's like your third one, right?
Second one.
I need your dice, all right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So you're going to roll your damage.
Okay. So it's with staves. And it's a damage bonus. So a D6 for staff, or D8 for staff, sorry. And then an extra D4? Yep. Yes, because staffs use agility. Okay. I'm learning.
Yep.
So that's it. Wow, full 8 plus 2. 10 damage total.
You smash him as he's kind of coming forward like this. You kind of do this flip and kind of go, wah, and you basically just like smash on the top of his head, and it like crushes into his skull, and he kind of goes like sinking down into the mud and the muck.
Mm-hmm.
You see as he's sinking, there's skulls and bones at the bottom of this bog. But you have taken this one out. Nicely done.
There's a grim satisfaction of a well-executed maneuver, immediately followed by trepidation and near panic at the realization of the bones littering the floor.
All right, we are going to roll again for the next round. So everybody roll a d10 again.
Okay. 9 this time.
I got a 3.
3.
I also got a 9.
Okay, so we'll. Okay, Draken.
8.
8. Okay, all right. Phage and Tickle, roll again. So I'll just keep it simple.
9.
No, Jesus.
2.
2. Okay, all right. So okay, and there are only 2 of them left. So we are gonna. Oh, all right. And all right. Okay. The remaining lizard men have spied that their 2 tribesmen have gone down very quickly.
Gone down to Davy Jones's locker, not coming back.
And each of them are actually going ahead of you guys. They rolled that well, and they each turn and dive into the muck and look like they're
That's
retreating.
right. You go. You get out of here.
Look like they're retreating. So
I am going to make. Can I make a spot hidden check to see if I can pursue or see them?
yes, it's going to be at a boon. A bane. Yeah,
No problem. I have
they
to
have,
do
like,
this because
dived under.
this is part of her oath. Like
Mhm.
she believes in this, so this is a thing for her.
Okay.
So that is a 5,
Okay.
and that is a 16. So I'm guessing
Okay.
the 16 will make
Right.
it that.
Yeah. You don't find them.
Vera like stomps around. She's looking at it, and she's so frustrated that they got away. And
Give me a and in the midst of your fury,
yeah,
Draken, could you give me a myths and legends roll, please?
Oh, I sure
So
can.
while Fira's stomping around, pissed off.
looking for the rest of these
Yeah.
these scared lizard men.
That's a failure.
Failure. Okay. The wolf is mad. So okay.
Mhm.
All right. So they have escaped. You could, at disadvantage or Bane, try to track them down. They are most likely going to get away from you guys, though.
Yeah, as soon as she loses sight of them and she's unable to figure out where they are, she's going to just consider it a lost cause. But
Okay.
she's not happy about it. Yeah,
Okay.
she's
They moved so quickly that you weren't even able to get like a sneak attack on them
Right.
when they turned. I mean, they just so okay.
Words.
Well, that was fun. Are you okay, Cora?
Whereas, yeah, and actually I'm going to make a roll for her to see if maybe she, 'cause she has stats too. Excuse me.
Oh, where was this 11-year-old in the fight, huh?
Which-
Just hanging back.
She was, yeah. And yep, yeah. The child, yes, stood stood and watched the adults, and really this fight was pretty quick. I mean, you guys pretty much killed 2 of them pretty fast. So,
Round.
yeah, Cora's okay. Let's just keep going. So now you guys are going to still need 2 more rolls. Oh, go ahead.
I'd like to scavenge the bow that the one that Pyrrha killed dropped, and as many
Sure.
arrows as possible.
It has 4 arrows, and it is. I'd have to look at the gear to see what kind of bow it is. Is not a great bow, to be honest with you.
I mean, in Tickle's hands, it would be.
Yeah, as long as it's not a longbow, I'll take it. But if it's a longbow,
it's a short bow.
Short bow. Okay, yeah.
Which is a longbow to you. Yeah.
Yeah, there's no way I would be able to do a longbow.
So you can add that to your inventory.
Thank you. And apparently, they're really special longbows you can get the string wet with. So
Yeah.
Yeah, you're not quite sure.
So we're looting now. Is that what we're doing?
You can, yeah.
Because she's going to harvest a liver and hearts where she can.
Do you have any kind of oaths as a knight? Let me let me look this up.
that long, but
Waste not, want not.
She does, and I'll tell you my oaths because I came up with this myself, and one of them is take the hearts of your enemies. Usually this is meant as taking their courage, though a few gruesome knights take actual hearts as trophies and consume them. So, yeah.
All
so,
right.
yeah.
She's
like, for later.
All right. You found a way to
Everybody
make
has a hobby.
yeah. You found a way to make a bloodthirsty knight.
Oh,
So-
I know, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so once you've kind of gotten yourselves cleaned up, the horse is very unsteady and will continue going forward, but it's going to take some successful riding rolls to get it to go forward. So so let's first have Draken make your swimming rolls, please.
Okay. Happily. Oh. Gosh. Big swings. Okay. 1 success.
Okay. All right. You're kind of having trouble getting through some of this muck. You're finding kind of that stringy, not quite seaweed kind of crap kind of gets stuck on one of your legs.
Stepped on a skull.
Yeah, the rain is just starting to pound harder. Okay, so now I need a riding roll at a disadvantage, Bane, excuse me, from Tickle.
Is that just because this is swamp and horse and all that?
Yeah.
okay. That's a fail.
Okay.
Roll twice.
Horse just throws you off and is ready to bolt back the way you came.
That's it. I'd be better off swimming.
And Cora's like, oh.
It's better this way. The horse
All right.
knows what it's doing.
All
Throw a lot of mud at it. Go on, you ungrateful beast.
All right. And the end of the bog is in sight. I need one more swimming roll first to kind of navigate first for the group.
I like how everybody has reached a temper tantrum breaking point except for Phage.
Yeah.
She thinks this is great.
He's the calm little center of our group here.
Okay. I got 1 success.
Okay. You managed to find a way through for the group. They're kind of sinking. Some of them sink down to their knees in the mud. Tickle goes down to his waist in mud. Yeah, maybe mid chest.
Yeah, my waist, that's not very deep.
Yeah.
At
then-
some point, I will reach over, grab back of Tickle's shirt, and plop him up out of the mud.
Okay.
'Cause
Hey,
she's
hands
very
up for dice.
But you do manage to pull him out, and then as you kind of slop him down, that is where you guys will spy probably about 20 meters ahead of you that the land or the bog has kind of receded, and you start to see firm land. Almost like a shore almost. There is a large hill that you've now approached that seems almost nearly impassable. But what you do see is kind of behind some bushes, you see an opening in the hill, and it looks like there is. It's almost like a doorway. You see a keystone and several stones forming this kind of almost crooked doorway in this hill.
It's definitely structured, not natural at all. It's just not a cave or anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Looking around, though, you do not see any other way. At the moment, you do not see any other way through here. You would have to climb this hill, which is going to be very difficult in the rain.
Fear is going to step out of the bog and shake herself off.
Wet dog! Oh!
Is there any myths, legends roll, or anything else that might tell me anything about this doorway?
Yeah, you could try a myths and legends roll. Everyone can try myths and legends roll if you'd like.
Okay.
That is 2.
I got a 2 as well.
Okay.
A 2
all right.
too.
Okay. How about everybody else?
I got a 14 out of
Okay.
5.
Okay. Phage is now able to clear all the mud and everything out of her face, so she's no longer at a...
She just gets the mud out of her eyes, only to get more as Fear is
Exactly.
shaking her.
Use that manky water to clean your eyes.
And the water is... You could use some of the water in there. I mean, it doesn't look... You probably might not want to drink it, but it'd be clean enough to kind of clean yourself off with.
Refreshing.
Looking at this doorway, you do recall that monument that you saw earlier, and it said something about the way through something lies. So this does appear to have been created by someone, but you can't. All you can really see is kind of just the darkness within it, rain pounding down on you.
What did it say, Dragon? What was it? What did it say?
Ahead lies final resting place.
That's not ominous at all.
No.
It's quite ominous.
Fine. I think this is fine.
This isn't fine.
Well, as long as we get out of this rain, I'll be happy to rest there. Let's see if we can get through that door.
See,
It looks-
that's the idea.
It's drier in there.
All right. So you guys are gonna go into the into the doorway.
Of course.
Okay. You will need to light torches.
I have one.
I have a
Okay.
torch.
Okay. Now remember, holding a torch is essentially like you can't use two-handed weapons or anything if you're holding a torch. So
All right, so this is the distinctly a phage thing. She has
Okay.
flint and tinder, but she does not have a torch.
okay. And
So-
that's
So do we all need to be holding a torch? Or...
you do not. Who's ever leading the way needs to hold
Oh,
a torch.
well then
so.
Tickle can hold his torch, right?
Yeah, I'll hold the torch.
Yeah. And
Okay.
Fira will just follow
It'll be
behind.
down in your eye line, though, so it'll, unless you want me to ride on your back.
No. You call it a torch. I call it a matchstick, but it's all the same, really.
Okay.
It gives off light.
Yeah.
Coming into this doorway, you see that it's still kind of a dirt floor, but it kind of starts to slope down a little bit. But you're out of the rain. You smell a very earthy scent of just old plants, but then something else catches your notice, and especially Fira. You smell something kind of like sweaty and dirty down here, like almost like maybe something's been living down here.
We're in someone's basement.
And I need spot hidden rolls from everyone, please.
Okay. Fail.
Okay.
I am going to spend. Oh, well, maybe not. All right, I'll go ahead and do the spot hidden.
Okay.
That's a 7. That's a 7 out of 10. So that's a success.
Okay, good.
I have a 3, and my spot hidden is 5, so success.
Awesome. Okay.
I failed.
Okay, failed. Okay. Those who succeeded, you hear the sounds of somebody whispering. You hear several voices whispering. You're not quite sure what they're saying, but you hear ahead, and not very far ahead, voices, like very kind of voices speaking.
Do they sound like lizard people?
Well, give me a languages roll, please.
Somebody's talking up ahead. Let's go say hi.
Oh,
And I
of
start
course.
moving forward.
No, that's not a success. That's not
Okay.
a success. No.
Okay, so Phage, you're gonna go ahead.
Yo,
Paige
yeah.
skipped ahead to introduce herself to her unknown
Friends.
friends.
Man.
Oof.
Okay.
Everybody's a friend.
Okay. You come down this little hill, and you see ahead of you what looks like almost like an old altar, like a stone altar, at the back of this chamber. And sitting around this altar are 13 goblins.
Oh, little friends.
At the base of the altar, you see a skeletal body. And it's kind of curled up, and they're long dead. But they're kind of underneath this altar. But there are 13 of them. And they have a small little cook fire where they look like they're cooking something in there. They're all kind of chattering different things. If someone made me a successful language roll, you might be able to know what they're saying. But
I'm sorry,
nobody
guys.
did. Okay.
I don't
All right.
understand
Okay.
Goblin.
Okay. Yep. So there are 13 of them. They do not seem to have noticed Phage yet.
Oh, hold
Fail.
on. I might have actually. I rolled a 5, and I have a 5 in languages. I might
Okay.
know Goblin, you guys.
You might be able to pick up a word here or there, and it's something about this place is ours, and this is a good place to hide for hunting, and some things like that, but not
Goblin
much
things.
more than that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I take in the surroundings and assess whether, yes, if it is indeed a good place for hiding and hunting.
From what you could tell, yeah. It you can't tell how long they've been here, but okay. Is anybody else coming forward?
Anybody else gonna what?
Is anyone else coming forward?
I call back, hey, there's a whole bunch of goblins up here.
You call back. Okay, then. All right, then. Well, that was what I was waiting to hear.
Yep.
Okay.
She's happy to oblige you.
Okay.
The torch.
Yeah.
Takes four feather and
Right.
thumb, bridge and peak.
Let's see now.
There's 13 of them. Maybe one of them has a ring.
I don't know. Can you see it?
and they stop, and one kind of turns around and is starting to look up the.
And Paige is just like, hey!
What are the rest of you doing?
I put it on the torch and I'm trying to blend in with the wall.
Okay, give me a sneaking roll then. Anybody who's not trying to be seen, give me a sneaking roll, please.
Yep, I will
Phage,
follow,
too bad.
Everybody, me, yeah.
follow suit.
I got a 6, which is a success on
Okay,
sneaking.
so you managed to hide. Okay.
Draken is able to hide.
Okay. All right, then. The 13 stand up almost as one and come charging at Phage. They've got
Ooh,
weapons,
here
got
we
blades.
I pull out my sword and go, Hanafi!
Look,
Okay,
everybody's so excited to see me.
All right. All right. All right. Anybody who's are you all going to stay there while these 13 goblins charge at you?
Nope, I'm gonna grab the kid and run.
Okay. All right. So give me you don't really need to roll yet because they haven't seen you. So you're grabbing Cora and running. Okay.
Yep.
Vera?
Just goblins. Let's kill them.
Okay. All right. So you're staying. All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Phage, what's your armor?
I'm wearing studded leather, so I think my armor rating is 2.
All right.
I don't have a shield, so I just have my sword and my studded leather.
Right. Okay.
Top mark Phage.
If it's anything, my agility is 13, so...
Okay. Could I perform an action at this point?
Yeah.
And would that give away?
Well, I will let you do that because they haven't necessarily seen you yet. So I'm going to let you do this kind of outside of combat before we really start combat. So.
All right. So Draken will wave a feathered hand and mutter a incantation, and Phage, at the base of your feet, some of the mud and the muck and the silt that's part of this naturally formed cave is going to start creeping up your body, and then the moisture is going to get drawn out of it and start to harden and encase, but joints will be made for you. So you're able to still move around, and I've cast
Cool.
stone skin on you.
Woo!
So,
so cool.
and I'll go ahead and I'll cast it at rank 2. So that's 4 willpower points spent. So you now have an effective AC or armor, of 6.
Okay.
Nice.
Okay. All right. So let's have everybody roll everybody who's in combat. Really, it's everybody but Tickle. Roll a D10, please.
Yeah, I actually checked on something, and this chainmail gives me Bane on sneaking, so that'll be a no sneaking for her.
Yeah.
But that's fine. She's not really the sneaking type. She's just going to go in there and huff and puff and blow their freaking little house down.
I rolled a 1.
Okay. All right. Cool. A 1. All right.
That's an 8.
8. Okay. So that's all right. And then Draken.
10. Draken likes to sit back and observe first before making a move.
All right. Since there are 13 of them, I'm gonna just kind of mix them in into the order, and that was rolling just in my notes. It was going to be a 2d8 goblins. So that's how I got 13 of them. So
wow.
Yeah.
Fun.
So okay. All right. So Phage, you were up front. You were the vanguard. There's probably 3 of them close enough.
You got like stone all around you now.
Yeah, I'm hyped. I'm ready. Let's play. Come on.
Yeah. So, what do you want to do?
I'm gonna swing at the first one that comes near me.
Okay. All right. So roll your swords weapon skill.
All right. I rolled a 7, and my sword's a 16.
Okay, good. So roll your damage, please.
All right. I think that's a 1d4. Is that right? Or is that the additional damage? I don't know what damage is for a sword.
I think we'll see. A dagger is 1d8. So let's see what.
Oh yeah.
I think it's a D10, but I'll check real quick.
It sounds like it's probably a D10. Yeah, it is. Okay. Yeah, actually, it is a.
That is a
1d10.
bonus.
So, okay.
The 1d4 is the bonus damage. Okay.
All right.
All my d10s are disappearing. That's a d8. All right, people. I just rolled a d10. Where did it go?
Oh, geez. What kind of sword is it?
It's a longsword.
Oh, cool.
2d8 then.
Oh, 2d8. Okay.
Short sword is a d10.
Oh,
I get
okay. All right.
specific.
then. I was gonna. Yeah. Okay. A short sword is 1d10.
You got short sword, broadswords, long swords, great swords, scimitars.
Not so great
Okay.
swords.
So 8 and 7 is 15 plus
Ooh.
8 plus 7 is 15 plus 4 is 19. 90 points of damage.
Oh my
Okay.
gosh.
Okay. The first one is cleft in twain, as they say.
Split
you hack-
open.
Yep. You have just basically hacked through it,
Woo!
and
That's what I'm talking about.
Yep. So you have just killed the first one instantly, basically as it was coming towards you.
Fatality.
I would enjoy.
Okay. The second one then is now he is attacking you with his short sword. So he's going to. Oops. Wait. That's wrong. And I believe he missed. Let's take a look here. No, he actually hit. Okay, so he is gonna roll his damage. So that is, and you have 6 armor.
Yes.
You're gonna take 2 damage.
All right.
Okay. So he managed to kind of like poke through one spot. So.
Good one.
Yep. And then number 3 is going to attack you. So, and he missed. Okay. So then we are going to go to Fira is next.
Okay. We're just gonna roll that attack roll, and she got a 7.
Okay. All right. That sounds like that probably hits.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
And she's gonna bring that massive flail ray down.
Okay. We're going to say you're going to go after number 3, the kind of the first ones that were up. So.
And that is, let's see, that's 5 plus 8 damage.
Okay. That is. Yeah, you smash into this thing and kind of drive it backwards.
Yeah.
It is hurt, but it has been kind of thrown backwards. So
They're tough goblins.
they are. They actually. Yep. And they actually do have some armor. So, okay. So the way I'm going to have these guys come is almost in like waves. So you killed number 1. Number 2 is number
One
2
is
hit.
butt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes. So basically, 3 more are going to come before Draken goes. So, and the first, now the number 4 essentially is going to go after Fira and hits, and is going to do 4 damage. And do you have any armor?
5
5.
armor.
Okay. So it basically just like clangs.
He just
clangs off
he just hits the beetle carapace and just doesn't do anything.
Okay. Number 5 hits. 5 damage. So clang.
5 armor. So
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. Yep. So number 6 misses. Okay. And then Draken. So.
Okay. Jeez.
Here's a tank.
Yeah. Fear and Phage, we're at like the mouth of a tunnel, right? Are they basically bottlenecking this thing?
Not yet. If you moved back, you could. But they've basically kind of gone like into the open area. But then it kind of like if you pulled back a little bit, yeah, you could bottleneck them a little bit.
Okay. I think the warrior's instinct is going to well up, and I think Draken's gonna jump from cover and just materialize into the fray.
Okay. All right. You have 4 different ones. Number 2, number 4, number 5, number 6.
And 2 is the one that got hit, right?
No, number 3 is the one that got knocked backwards.
Okay.
Number 2 hasn't been hit, but that's the one who hit Phage. So.
Okay. I'll go for number 2.
Okay. I'll take a number 2 with fried rice. So okay. And you're just like swinging your staff. Oh, you're muted.
Yep. So here we go. Ooh, that's not good. I think now the rage of the pond is going to well up once again.
Okay.
I'll burn 3 willpower, and you'll see a
How much
choleric.
willpower are you at now?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm at 10 willpower remaining.
Okay.
I have 17 total.
Okay.
He always seems so composed until he's not.
Yeah. That's very much the idea I wanted to roll with. So you'll see the choleric red heat rise again, and I will use ill-tempered, and I can get a boon to a skill roll.
Okay.
Draken is now angry.
Okay. All right.
Give us some of that angry Draken again. I love it.
And that will hit.
Yeah. All right.
That is best thing ever.
And roll your damage.
Okay. Well, 5. So number 2, 9 points of damage.
Okay. You kind of like swing your staff, and it kind of like catches the goblin under the chin, and kind of knocks him backwards. Okay.
Woo.
All right. So we've gone through 6 of the goblins. There's still 7 left, and they are raging forward, ducking under, trying to stab. So now number 7 is going to stab out at Phage. They miss. Number 8 is going to slash at Draken and hits. 1 damage. Did you have any armor? You're muted.
No, he does not.
Okay. All right. So
One
you take 1 damage.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So that was number 7. Number 8. Number 9 is slashing at, or is actually more stabbing forward at Fira. Hits. 4 damage. Does nothing. Okay.
Nothing.
So that's
Yeah.
now, and I'm going to just go through the rest of them at this point so that we kind of turn over damage again, or the combat again. Okay, so number 10 at Fira hits 5 damage.
She's got
So
5
you
armor.
have, oh no, she has 6 armor. Okay, so
She
nothing.
has 5 armor, so that's. I think that's a nothing.
I think she has 6, doesn't she? No, you have 6. She has 5.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. All right. So nothing. So it
Yeah.
just kind of clangs off.
Yep.
Clangs off her sturdy boots. Okay.
Yes.
Number 7 at Draken hits 6 damage.
Oof. Ow. Okay.
Where's he at?
I have 5 hit points left.
Okay. And the next one, number 11. Yeah, I think number. I'm already losing track. Misses. And number 12 hits Phage. 6 damage. So you're going to take 1.
No, I have 6 armor.
Oh, she had 5.
No, I have 6. He has 5.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was the other way
Yeah.
around. Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
she has 6. I have 5. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Sorry. Okay. No damage. Okay. And then number 12.
It makes me laugh.
Number 12 misses Draken, and number 13 hits Fira 5 and nothing. So okay. So now you've got all 13 on you. So because the other 2 that got hit are going to get back up.
Any minute now, Tickle.
Well,
Any minute.
actually, 12, because I got one.
Excuse me, 12. 12. Yeah, you killed one. Excuse me. Okay. All right. So let's roll that beautiful damage again, or excuse me, the D10 again.
Okay.
And when we're done with this, if anybody needs to take a break, because we'll be approaching 2 hours, let me know. So, okay. So let's see what you got.
I got a 4.
4. Okay.
I also got a 4.
I also got a 4.
Roll again.
We all got
Rolling again.
4s.
Roll again.
I got a 5.
5. Okay.
I got a 5.
Okay.
I got a 6.
All right. 6. All right. We're gonna say just a Phage, then Draken. So we're just gonna keep it simple here. Tickle. You have run out with Cora.
Sure.
And you are now kind of out of this. What almost seems more like a catacomb for some reason, but you've kind of gotten out of it. And she's like, but shouldn't we help them?
What? Get behind that rock and keep your mouth shut. I'm going to set up with the bow and the 4 measly arrows and cover the entrance in case any goblins get through.
Okay. Alrighty. I'm not going to really put you in combat yet because nothing's come to you yet.
Yeah.
So, okay. All right. Number 2 has gotten back up and is now scrambling at Phage. So, misses. Okay. Number 3 had gotten knocked back by Fira, I believe. Hits. 9 points of damage. So you take on Fira.
9.
9, yes.
Damn.
So
Wow.
they pokey little swords
Yeah.
found a spot. So you take
I'll
4
take
points
4
of damage.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And then Phage.
Now she's upset.
So you basically have 12 different targets that you can.
Hey, it's a target-rich environment, just the way I like it.
Now, if you roll a dragon, I will let you perform a cleave move on 3 of them.
Oh
if
boy.
you roll a dragon, though.
Oh jeez. I rolled a 12. That's
12?
still under 16.
It's not quite a dragon.
And
It had a 1 in it.
and your skill is
16 with the
16. Okay, perfect. Okay,
long sword.
so we'll say just keep it simple. We'll say number 2. So
All right.
roll your
All right.
damage.
2d8 plus that. Oh geez. So that's 20.
All right.
2 8s and a 4. I rolled as high as I could get.
Okay. I'm gonna let you just
Wow.
describe how you obliterate number 2. So
I take a spin around and just arc out with my sword, starting from a low to a high, so it catches it at the hip and goes up through the shoulder.
and we're gonna say like Draken did kind of like a Matrix move, just went like.
Mhm.
and as the sword, because this is close quarters. We're just say it goes. All right, takes out number 2. Okay.
This is great.
All right, so we're up
Easy
to
exercise.
Oh,
number 4 is slashing down at Draken. Sorry, hits and 8 damage.
oh no.
Is there a way I can step in front of him?
You've already had your move,
Okay.
so yeah.
I can use dodge as a reaction, right?
You can, yes.
Okay,
Yeah,
that would
yeah.
be the time to do it.
Okay.
hmm
Okay, so yeah, you feel the blade kind of rip through your gi. So what happens? You were doing that Matrix move, but then the other one kind of came the other way. But yeah, you have dodged. Okay.
So
right.
now I need to make an evade roll.
Yeah.
You're going to need to make an evade roll when somebody. Make your evade roll first to see if you're successful.
I'm pretty good at that.
And if you're not, then you're going to take 8 damage.
Oh, it's a demon.
Push.
No.
You can push it.
Push.
Yeah, I'm gonna push because otherwise I'm
Okay.
down.
Okay, you're going to take a condition for pushing. So that is on your dex. Excuse me, on your agility.
Uh-huh.
So you're dazed.
It could be any
Yeah.
skill as long as you can convince him that it's appropriate.
Yeah.
To me, it's angry on your intelligence.
Well, I'm already angry. So
You are. So yeah, you can't take that one.
Yeah.
I think either exhausted or dazed.
Yeah, I'd say exhausted.
Okay.
Because
Okay.
all the swimming and the fighting, and I think it's like suddenly taken a toll. So my temper got the better of me, and I'm realizing, whoops, I may have miscalculated how much I've got left in the tank.
Okay. All right. So make an evade roll, and if you fail, you take the damage.
Crap. I take the damage.
Take 8
Wait a
damage.
minute. Wait. I have a thing called Guardian.
Okay.
Which
This would be your turn then doing this.
Yeah,
So.
this would be, you do not hesitate to take a hit to protect your friends. If you or another player character within 2 meters of the same enemy, and the enemy tries to attack the other character, you can activate this ability and force the enemy to attack you instead.
Okay.
This ability can be done out of turn, and it does not count as an action.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, then
I'm going to spend 2 willpower to do that and get in the way of Draken's last breath here.
Okay.
So
that sounds kind of cool. So you are still
this big shadow just steps in front of you. You think this goblin's about ready to fear you, and then all of a sudden it's just like darkness falls over you, and the strike does not come. Yeah.
And the sword.
Now this is 8 damage, right? So
yes. So you're going to take 3.
Yeah.
Yeah. So okay.
Add 3 to that. Yep.
Okay. Very heroic. I like that.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, Draken is kind of like, as it all kind of happened. It was kind of like, like you did the Matrix move, and then the sword was coming, and then Fira just kind of slipped over as you kind of flowed out of the way.
Yeah.
So okay, all right, and then so let's just have Fira then go ahead and act now. So
okay. So that's a 4 that she's going to attack. And
we'll say it's the same one.
Yeah.
You kind of like counterattack.
And that is going to be a grand total of 11 damage.
Okay. That one is dead now too. So, you now have killed 3 of the 13. So.
And she's going to shout back, "Tickle, we need fucking help."
And Tickle you through that. Yeah.
All back, dumb shit.
Come on, this is fun.
All right. So now you've got 10 more are still slashing and hacking at you guys. Give me, actually, because I don't want this combat to go on forever. I will give you guys a chance to make evade rolls if you would like to bail out, or you can sit and just continue. They will probably whittle you guys down.
Is there an opportunity here to demoralize the goblins? They've already seen some of their companions obliterated, like eviscerated even, and they've also seen others of their companions knocked on their rear ends. They've seen this mallard turn into a demonic entity of fury. I mean, and they've got this giant black wolfkin, just like. Yeah.
Okay.
And a little girl who is laughing manically.
Yes, exactly. That's taking no damage whatsoever, practically. Okay. So it's there's like half their numbers are already down. So.
Wrapped in a makeshift armor of stone and spelt in earth.
Well, okay. Fira, give me a performance roll.
Oh God!
Yeah, roar it.
Does someone want to assist on this? Does someone?
Oh, I will help you.
Oh, good.
Then,
all right.
Okay. Then both of you need to make successful performance rolls, please.
Okay.
Oh,
yeah.
Would one of those be the help action?
All right. This is.
There it is.
Yeah, that's.
I rolled a 7, but I have a 5 performance, so nah.
So we tried. We did.
Yeah. We
We made an effort. So yeah.
Yeah. They've
They're not impressed.
they're not impressed at all,
Yeah.
and will continue to slash and hack at you guys.
Ah, gosh. Okay. Well,
So if you would like to retreat, I will give
tactical
you.
retreat might be a
But
thing.
they are at a bane because they so you have to make them at a bane. So
I don't know if Phage would do that though.
she's
Having
gonna have a
good
hard time
time.
doing it because she's kind of been rooted to the ground.
Yeah, she's having a blast.
So I don't even know if Phage really could. So someone would have to. Someone would have to cut her out.
Our Draken here.
Well, it doesn't.
I don't
It
know
doesn't
if
like
he's-
root them to the ground. It just like for flavor, like in cases that person in like stone. But
Well, stone, it could be hard to get out of.
that's true.
So,
I wouldn't be going fast even if I could move.
but yeah, you need to make evade rolls at a bane to get out of here.
All right.
All right. Either which way, depending on what everybody else does, Draken is letting mortality kind of win over the initial outrage and bloodlust that has often gotten him into trouble in the past, and is going to mutter, "The pond reflects both peace and conflict. One chooses wisely where to float," and will attempt to flee
Okay.
at a bane. It's already a success.
Okay.
2 and a failure. And a
Okay.
19.
Okay. Somebody's gonna slash at you as
Mhm.
you were attempting to flee out of there. So they miss. They miss. All three missed you.
It's just like a series of backflips
Yes,
and like
yeah,
one parry with the
yeah.
staff.
Yeah. Okay.
And then like
uh,
staff jump over the last one and pole vault.
Yeah. Fira.
Plat, 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 plat.
Well, Fira is going to tactically step back to the tunnel, maybe where less goblins at once might
Mhm.
attack her.
Mm-hmm.
And
But you still got to
that's-
evade, though.
Really?
Yes.
I
Yeah.
can't just move and attack. You know. All right. 'Cause she's not trying to dodge. She's just trying to fight, but also step back.
Okay. So she is going to stay there and continue fighting. She's not.
Yes. Yeah. So
Okay.
she So imagine for a moment that she's got them in front of her, or even around her. And
Mhm.
she's going to be like stepping back, but also swinging in front of her.
Okay.
So yeah.
So
So
all
it's
right,
more like a movement, and then an attack as she's
Okay.
kind of like tactically retreating. Now, if that's an evade, then I'll roll that. But like, I don't know if that's an evade.
I'm ruling it as an evade.
Okay.
So,
All right. That's a failure because she's
Okay.
just got no evade. So
all right.
yeah.
So first one hits. Oof. 8
Yeah.
damage.
I
So
guess
you're
if
gonna
you
take
can't
you're
really
gonna
move
take
past
3.
anybody.
Okay.
So, and Phage is gonna have a really hard time getting out of this.
How sturdy are the rock walls around us? Are they like ruins, or are they pretty sturdy?
They're rock. They're not. They're not, concrete or anything like that. So,
If there's a point that looks a little bit more precarious than
Mhm.
others, then I was thinking of swiping at it and having rocks tumble down between us and the goblins.
yeah, you know what? I kind of like the idea of that.
Using your environment.
I think that's gonna just be it's more strength than
I got lots of strength.
yeah. Yeah, yeah, go ahead and but first I want you to try to evade them slashing at you first before you can do that. Just to be fair, because everyone else had to do that. So
Okay, so I actually have a good evade. Let's see. Evade is 12. I got a dragon.
Okay.
Yo.
Okay, good.
And then what number is that? That cannot be the number that's a 10. Okay, so yes, either way I made it because my evade is 12. I rolled a 10 and a 1.
Okay, fair. All right. So then,
I get to an area that's a little bit more covered, but I can
yeah,
hack that up spot.
let's say that both you guys are kind of like backing up a little bit, and Wolfira is kind of like fighting one way, and then you're kind of slashing at the wall. So
at a weak point.
yeah, just a strength roll, please. You're not going to miss the wall, or you shouldn't miss the wall.
Well, I rolled a 15, and my strength is 15.
Okay, you got it. All right. So yeah, you kind of knock off some rock, and some of the rock starts to fall down. On some of the goblins. Kind of, they're kind of getting distracted by it. Okay.
Yeah, hopefully enough that it will blockade most of them off from where we are. So if everybody wants to run away, they can.
Okay. Draken, you've kind of done your tumble, and you're now kind of out into kind of that narrow hallway that's kind of leading to the entrance.
Okay.
And Tickle, you hear flap, 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 flap coming towards you.
Crap.
Yeah.
Let's go back.
Sounds like they're coming, kid. Get ready.
And she's got a knife that she's got out. So
Pickle's gonna kill Draken.
I refuse to have another friendly fire character death.
I'm not going to do it this time. I thought about it. But I thought no, I won't do it this time.
I'm going to announce my presence.
Yeah. And I'm assuming you're like shit.
Yeah.
Goblins sound completely different when they run.
And you see Draken just kind of booking it to get out of there.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Tickle. They're beginning to overwhelm us.
Took you long enough to discover that. The Tickle's like shaking. Take the kid and go.
You hear a from the distance.
It's maniacal laughter as the two warriors are. Okay.
Draken will look to Tickle and then to Cora and say, I've already disgraced myself once. It shall not happen again. And instead, I'd like to try to see if I can scramble up to the mouth of the entrance and perch on top of the cave entrance.
Okay.
Kind of prepare for anybody that might come through.
Okay. That sounds fair. Okay. Back in the cave, you noticed you kind of started to cave in some of the rock a little bit. And Fear, you've seen what she's done.
Yeah. Well, if she's done what she's done and it's effective for even a single moment, then Fear's going to grab her, and because she clearly has lost her mind, and just like, come on, let's go. Yeah. because there is blood all over Fira now. Okay, and some of it is hers. All right, so it's not such a good thing. So she's just going to be like, she's going to pick Phage up. She's going to be like, we're going.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I will say that you're kind of doing a knightly swinging the sword.
Let me at him! Come on!
No, this is great. Come on!
and you guys kind of beat your retreat.
Yeah.
To the entrance. Yeah, Tickle. Now you see two more charging out.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Fall back. Cover the kid.
Okay. The kid is she's gonna see if she's able to help a little bit. I haven't had time to look at her real quick. She is. She says, "What's?" She says, "What's in there?"
Goblins.
Lots of them.
And
Whole
she's
tribe of goblins.
and she's gonna take out of her bag. She's gonna take out one of her dresses, and she's gonna try to get somewhere dry, and starts pouring lamp oil on it.
We don't have time for a costume change, kid. Come on, let's go.
She's
Wait,
like,
wait.
No. She's
No.
like, I got an idea.
I think
Fire!
I know what you're doing.
Oh.
And she pours, and then she's just kind of looking at you guys like, maybe we can do something.
Flint and tinder.
Do it.
yeah. So
Wrap it around the sword.
yeah, exactly. And she'll do that, and she'll spark it around Phage's sword.
Okay. And
Just stone armored, flaming sword.
Yeah, exactly. She's an avatar.
Maniacal murder elf.
Yeah.
Cora was like,
Awesome!
Go on now, Phage. Get back in there.
Cora was, I was just gonna throw it in there.
Oh yeah, I can do that.
That's okay, kid. No plan survives contact with your allies.
All right.
Okay. So she's gonna light the dress on fire and hand it to Phage.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
Phage
it's
just gonna
wrapped
throw
around
it
the
in there.
sword,
Okay.
and in such a way that when I give it a nice heavy flick, that
Mhm.
it's just gonna fly forward off of the sword.
Okay. Give me a. That sounds incredibly cinematic, and I love it. But just for flavor, could I get a? Just give me an agility roll, please.
Okay, agility. There we go.
So I want to see how far it's gonna go.
Not far. I rolled an 18. My agility's 13.
Ooh, it tumbles down.
Well, that didn't work. I tried to scoop it up again with the sword.
Okay.
Just like fudging a flaming dress on the edge of your
Anybody else want to try to?
It's really not great, is it? So I have a
Not aerodynamic.
I assume that this is gonna help and work. So
Mhm.
yeah. So she's gonna light her torch and toss
Okay.
it in there. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, goes in and it
Yeah.
you hear the goblins start. And they start retreating to the back of the chamber.
All right, let's get out of here.
Cora's like, come on.
You can see Fira. She's just covered in blood. It's just everywhere.
You get outside. It's still the rain is kind of starting to level off a little bit. It's getting darker though. And Cora's like, come on over here.
I hope you got another one of those.
So
torches.
great, Fira.
And
That's a word for it.
she's found a kind of a spot where there's maybe a little bit of overhang of rock, maybe kind of a little bit out of the rain. And she's like, come on. And basically, you guys are going to need to make camp because it's getting to be nighttime. So we can make some healing rolls to see how you guys do.
I'd like to do that.
And basically we're going to end day one.
Yeah.
So okay. Does anybody need to take a break? We're already at 2 hours and 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Hit the
okay.
bathroom.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Let's do that. Let me. What I will do is we will take a quick, 5-minute break, and then we'll come back. So okay. Thanks everybody. Okay, everybody, thank you. We are back. All right. You have survived narrowly your intrusion to the catacomb.
The Goblin City, Goblin Town.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So you have managed to make a small camp outside of this catacomb, kind of in the shadow of this hill. You are going to be able to take a shift rest, which is going to allow you to do some healing to make sure you can also recover lost HP and willpower and heal all conditions. So,
Ooh, all conditions.
yeah. So, what you're going to do is during let's see, because you got you're going to recover all your lost hit points and willpower. So we don't even really have to make rolls. I just decided let's just heal you guys up. Before I was going to make some rolls and stuff, but
Thank you.
That works
Okay.
for me.
I feel so great.
um,
Cora,
we
you
are-
make great camp.
Thank you. She
You're
is.
gonna be all right, kid.
Yeah, she is not. She is not technically even an acolyte yet. I mean, she is just.
She's just
you
more
know.
sensitive. I get it.
Yeah, exactly. There you go. So, now while you are making your camp and as the morning sun arises, you do notice that the hill that's behind you, one of you, while out kind of stretching your legs or whatever, found a tiny little, almost looks like a passageway between one end of at the end of a trail that looks like it would be a passageway maybe through this hill. Now, your directions that you were given is that you had to get through the bog, through the Lowlands Marsh, and then beyond there is that you would find a way to get to Rose Hill. You do find this narrow passageway that you're able to get through, and if you go through it, there's still more wetlands there. But looking upwards, you do see on the on kind of the hill you were at, that there is a bridge, a wooden bridge across another stretch of this bog, of this marsh. But you couldn't reach it from where you were. But now where you are, you could try to climb this hill to get up to the bridge, or you can take another path through the bog, or I keep calling it a bog, the marsh, whatever.
Right.
So you
I
would
will
have
try to climb
two
it.
options. You basically two options. So
I don't want to try to traipse through the mud anymore. I'm willing to try to climb the hill.
okay.
Yeah,
The
the
duck-
bridge looks great for me. Let's do that.
The duck learns to embrace both the silt and the sky.
Okay.
So wise.
The rain has mercifully stopped, but it's still kind of a cold, damp feel to everything. You do spy a couple places that if you used your climbing equipment, I think most of you probably have rope.
I have a rope.
Okay. Anybody have a grappling hook?
Nope. Sage does not have a rope or grappling hook. That
I can toss tickle. It's fine.
I only had so much money.
Okay. What I'd need is acrobatic rolls to basically climb up the side of this hill to get up there.
All
So
right.
you're probably going to want to have somebody who's your best at it first, get up there and sturdy the rope, and
Yep,
help
I'll
the
give it
other
a shot.
Well,
I have a
Mallards
12 in
can
it.
fly, right? So we can just send Draken, right?
What's that?
That's what you all do, right? Is fly.
One fastball special coming up. That's right. Okay. Who wants?
Oddly enough, I don't have flying speed.
So disappointing.
Who wants to try the? Who
I
wants
have
to try
a
the
12
acrobatic?
in
You have a 12?
12 in acrobatics.
Okay.
Yeah, me too. So I think we should both try and we can help each other out.
I also have a 14.
Okay. Go ahead and
Maybe
make
you
your
should
rolls.
try.
Is that
Now,
okay?
I want to actually assist, but like I think the way it works is it gives whoever's trying to do it a boon, so that they can try again. So,
Yeah.
like,
Yeah,
the best
that
of both
sounds
worlds.
fair.
Yeah, so I'm gonna do exactly what I said and give Tickle an assist here, and
Oh, you're halfway up.
Yes.
Down for that.
Go ahead and roll.
There's shield launch.
Success. And a fail. So a success.
Okay. All right.
I knew it. Teamwork makes the dream work.
All right. So
Wow,
so-
he flies better than you, Draken.
all right. So Tickle scrambles up the rope, and gets up to the top of the top of the hill.
Yep.
Who's next?
Yep. I'll toss down a rope for assisting other people. I can try to assist the next person.
Yeah, I'll go.
Go on, Paige. Show us what
So
you can do.
is this at a boon or just straight?
I'm helping with my rope.
Sure. Yeah. We'll do a boon.
Then you have to help the next.
Right. 9 and 16. Okay, so 9 and my acrobatics is 12. So
Okay. You scramble up. Okay. Who's
Mhm.
next?
Hold up.
Go on, Duck. Let's get up there.
Paige and I will help
And I
you.
presume you'll be taking our charge along with you.
Oh yeah, she can climb on my back.
oh yeah, her.
Can she fly?
Wet dog.
Pierre's got wet dog all over her right now.
Okay.
Mind your balance, wolf. And that is a success.
Okay. All right. You get up. And Fira,
Get on back, kid.
she's like, all right. She kind of like hugs you.
And then Farah is going to roll with an assist from someone.
Yeah.
I assume. And that is this is acrobatics.
Mm-hmm.
That's a failure,
Oh.
and that's a failure.
Oh. Okay. You were gonna fall.
Oh, seeing this, Draken's going to quickly weave a gesture in the air, and Fira will sense that gravity has a less of an impact, and will cast Slow Fall.
Woohoo! This is nice.
And Cora's like,
Yeah.
do you know what you're doing?
The hill is a little slippery, and none of these companions have the strength to pull me up. So,
I can help you with that.
Okay.
If he
like, there are 3 of you up there. You can't pull us up.
if Fira still has a hold of the rope, I will start pulling on it to pull them up.
Okay, sounds good.
I'll also help. It probably will take all 3 of us.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. You eventually get up.
Yeah.
We're just gonna keep it simple. You get your rope, and and then you see the wooden bridge, and you begin to head towards the wooden bridge. You do notice, though, in the middle of the bridge, of all things, there's a young woman sitting on a stool in the middle of the bridge, and it's very narrow. I mean, like only like one person can get through at a time. She is sitting on a stool with a sketching pad, and you see she's kind of looking down, and
Hey, hi, how are you?
and she turns, goes, "I'm doing fine. How are you?"
I'm doing great. What are you drawing?
I am sketching the landscape.
That's awesome. Can I see?
And you know, she's a big girl. We'll just put it that way. She kind of turns herself around. She's like, I suppose. And she goes, allow me to introduce myself. My name is Tira, the plump and learned. And she has jewelry, lots of rings on, and I would
Sage.
Phage. Very nice to make your acquaintance. I would say she looks like a medieval Lizzo, to give you a visual. So she's like, just kind of gives that dainty shake of your hand, and she's like, it's not the most beautiful place, but it has historical value.
Oh, I think it's quite beautiful.
It's like, what brings you out all this way?
Oh, well, we've been charged to get this little halfling girl over to the
leans
school.
over.
I pulled me.
Rose Hill. She's like, it's just over the other end of the bridge.
That's amazing.
And since you have been so polite and so obviously knowing knowing an artist when you see one, she says, I'm willing to stop my sketching and allow your group to pass.
Oh, and we will go by as quickly as we can so you can get back to your drawing, because that's important.
And she picks up her stuff and kind of comes back to where you guys are to allow you to pass.
Yay, come on, guys, let's go!
Yep. Master, I'm going to keep myself between her and Cora.
Okay. Yeah, she kind of smiles as you guys come by, and she says, just at the other end of the bridge, you should be able to find your way there.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Okay. Well dealt with. I'll tell you something later. So
I don't know whether you're being serious or not, or it's like, well dealt with, guys. 10-4. That was great.
She wouldn't have dealt with it any other way. So.
Yeah.
I was ready for 3 questions.
Blue. African or
yeah, exactly. You get to the other end of this bridge, and it kind of leads down to what looks like beginning to be like a thick forest that kind of grows down the side of this hill. But what you do notice, though, is there is a slight clearing in the forest, and you find a path that's kind of leading to a bigger clearing. As you come through here, you've come across a statue of a man, kind of a thick mustache, has kind of your standard wizard's hat on, and he's kind of got it looks like he's holding maybe like a crystal ball or something, and he has this like hand on his chin as he's looking at it. And would anybody if anyone could make a Myths and Legends roll, you might be able to figure out who it is.
Fail.
That is a success.
A success?
3.
Also
Okay.
a success.
Okay. Tell me who you recognize this famous person to be. This is where I'm going to turn this into the group helps.
So this
like
is,
we
this
did.
is all right. Brief description. He's got a crystal ball, blue hat, looks like a wizard.
Yeah, he's kind of a hand on his chin. So yeah.
Do you want to do one sentence at a time?
one word at a time.
Sure, yeah. It's Mad Libs. Let's put it together. So
By all means, feel free to start us off.
This is Gunther the Gifted.
Gunther the Gifted? Okay, I like it.
Hmm. You sure? I thought that was Paul the Pretentious.
No,
Looks very much like him, right? Looks very much like him. It's
Bob,
easy to
Bob is the orb.
Yeah. Yes. Bob is the orb, right? And Gunther, he has long and involved conversations with Bob that often are circular and don't go anywhere.
He talks to himself a lot.
Vera,
It's best not to interrupt him while he's doing it.
Phage kind of just walks up to him and starts staring into the orb as well.
And it's just a statue of an orb. So I mean, it's not, it's
it's a statue. This is
it's
not
a
real
statue.
person?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But you have recognized it as Gunter the Gifted.
Rumor has it that he stared into his orb for so long that he lost himself within it.
It turns out died.
Okay.
And remains there even to this day.
Holding the same conversation that he had when he passed on.
And Cora is like, yeah, Gunter the Gifted, and then kind of just spills out all these details that we'll fill in later, and that's when you hear a bell chime from somewhere past the statue on the hill, on kind of the slip, and a elf comes out, and she has kind of like long blonde hair. She is in a long golden robes, and she just kind of smiles and nods to you guys and says, "Look like you've had a horrible time getting here."
She's just like me. Hi.
Vera nods and then licks her chops because the elf smells particularly good.
It's
a subconscious thing.
You always should make sure your teeth are clean when you smile at somebody.
That's right. That's right.
And she kind of tilts her head to the side and says, "And I believe that must be our incoming student, Ms.
Yeah, this
Ms.
is Cora."
And Cora sticks her head around and she's like, "Well, thank you. I'm very glad to be here." She says, and the elf says, "Well, thank you to all of you for bringing her here safely. It is not an easy place to find, as you see."
We've made this.
We found it pretty easy.
We've made the swamps considerably safer on our way here.
I think we should take care of those goblins on our way back, though.
Yes,
Vera pulls out some hearts and lizard hearts and just smiles.
She says, "Sadly, the goblins are not the worst of the problem in the marsh."
They were easy to kill.
And Vera just kind of looks over like,
Yeah. So does Draken.
You still got some scars. I mean,
right.
I mean, Draken would have been killed if that move. So that was well done. She reaches out her hand, and Cora kind of creeps up, takes her hand, and Cora turns and says, "Thank you all very much. There's no way I can ever repay you for your sacrifice in taking me here. But I hope someday when I've become a learned cleric that I can maybe repay the favor someday."
Hey, how about a tour?
Yeah. Actually, if you could, if you don't mind, we're going to have to escort our charge onto the premises and see where you're going to be housing her.
Okay. All right. She will kind of just
side eyes tickle as well. She doesn't say anything.
She kind of just gestures behind her, and then the whole party just kind of start to follow, and that is where we kind of end our story as them going in to Rose Hill for this for the beginning of Cora's training. So
As they go, Draken looks at Cora and says, "The water teaches us that even the smallest creature can leave a mark. Do honor by your family and excel here."
and then classical music takes us into into our credits. So, well, thank you. You have completed your mission. There was more to it, but really things ran a little bit longer. But one thing that was well done, Tira, that was very nice that you thanked her and complimented her.
Mm-hmm.
Tira probably would not have moved otherwise.
Mm-hmm.
And there might have been a confrontation with her.
I move for
Yeah.
no man.
But you were polite. You complimented her, which she loves compliments, and was willing to step aside and let you guys come through. Yeah, there would have been a whole nother scene that would have went with that. So, yeah.
That's
Well
pretty
played.
much the way Phage is. If the goblins had not totally came and rushed her, which she thought, oh, they want to play, so yeah, sure.
We would end up eating dinner.
She would have made she would have made friends.
Yeah.
They were tough
Yeah.
goblins. They were just as tough as the lizard people. That's what surprised me. I
Yeah.
was like,
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Phage-
This is a game that you can't really be a murder hobo in.
Yeah.
Especially in numbers, they will whittle
Yeah.
you down.
mm,
I did not but what this game allows is you can actually create random scenarios. I use the book. There's a whole section in there about adventures. Just roll this, and that's how I wrote this one, and I wrote the previous one. And literally in there it says 2d8 goblins. So
Mhm.
I just
They're
took my
just
notes.
like
And,
default
Yeah.
enemies. Like,
and
just
I
throw
thought,
them in there.
oh, that might not be too bad. Then I got 13. I was like, oh shit.
That's right.
But yeah, there was there were some other things in there. Some of it I kind of trimmed out for time. But I hope you guys enjoyed it.
Yeah,
It was
Oh,
a
yeah.
good
Yeah.
mission.
looking forward
I'm
to coming
still-
back again at some point.
Yeah, I'd like to maybe do another story with you guys.
Yeah.
The first 3 episodes I did with some other folks here on the channel. We did those in 3 separate nights. So I'd like to maybe do another one with you guys.
Sure.
And more kind of geared towards one shots. But
Yeah.
maybe do another one with you guys sometime.
I come up with some more proverbs.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, I love your product. I just want to say, like, if we had any kind of like MVP, I'd be like, okay, you just totally nailed Draken. Like, I mean, I think everybody here is great, but like, Draken was
Everybody.
just awesome.
Thank you. And I feel
Yeah.
like everybody was like immediately like, okay, I know exactly who you are.
Yeah, yeah.
Good.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was great.
it just sort of half made sense and make you go, well, yeah,
Right.
Yeah.
Very cone, yeah, very cone. Yeah, it was just like totally like it was great. It was the best Draken I could have ever imagined. So.
Something gets lost in translation, you know.
right.
translate well with duck.
Yeah.
Any questions for me from
When are we doing this again?
I'd like to at some point. It would be awesome to be able to do it once a month. I don't think that's going to happen, just schedule wise. But I would like to do another one with you guys. It would be the same setting. So it'd be another story, but kind of centered around Stonemore. That's kind of been the town where kind of everything's happening out of. So yeah, let's
Cool.
see if maybe we can do another one sometime. So
Yeah,
okay.
I'd like to
And-
explore Phage some more because she's very different. Because she's gullible, and for me, it was like, oh look, there's a bridge. Nothing could possibly be wrong with this. And in the back of my head, I'm going, okay, it could be compromised. It could be a trap. It could be But Phage was like, no, this is a bridge. Of course we go this way.
Yeah.
Everybody needs a phage.
Yeah.
Approaching the 13 goblins might not have been
No,
the
it
best,
wasn't.
the best plan,
She
but
was very
looking to
Phage
do
about it.
Either
Yeah.
way, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, hey, new friends. Oh, you want to fight? Sure, let's do this.
Everything's great.
Yeah. She has one ration in her pack. She has no self-preservation whatsoever.
I tried.
But it was her exuberance and kindness and cordiality that basically removed the ultimate opposition from our path. Tira was like, "Okay, you can go. You know, you're nice."
Yeah, this was supposed to stretch out really 3 days, but I wanted to speed things along because
we
the
took a
combat.
shortcut.
Yeah, the combat took a lot longer than I thought it was going to. I actually didn't think you guys were going to get into combat. I thought you guys were going to fail. And then there were some other things planned.
Now you know your group better. Yeah, we got Paige introduce herself loudly to everyone.
Like I said, this is not a
way.
game you can murder hobo your way through. Another thing with this game is there are differences in enemies. There are creatures. Goblins are creatures. Okay. And then there's another one called monsters.
Yeah.
And monsters are more like bosses. And they can get multiple attacks. They always hit and have lots of hit points. Yeah.
Oh dear.
Now their attacks can be dodged, but they always hit. They don't have to roll to hit, essentially. What I do is I roll and say, "Oh, they did this. Oh, they did this." So they're much worse. So but okay. All right. Well, let's go ahead and wrap up. I know we've gone a lot longer than we normally do. Anybody have anything they want to plug, advertise? We'll start with Q. You got anything going on?
I'd love to plug our Mothership game.
Yay!
Join us again on Wednesday for Mothership Down.
Involving lots of space rabbits. Yeah. So, okay. Jeffrey?
Hey, this is always a ton of fun. I love playing new systems, and this one was super, super fun. A standout with this stellar crew. You could go to @JGilbank Art on all the socials. And yeah, check out all the stuff I have going on there.
Okay. I know Diver does not exist on the internet, so I won't even bother asking him. Gwen, you got anything going on? You want to?
Yeah, I do most of my art at Gwen of the Wild on Instagram, _ under each of the words. And I'm looking forward to the Pugmire game that's going to be coming up sometime in the future here.
Yes. Yeah. That one's going to be a lot of fun too. Yep. So, well, we're in discussions about moving that one up. Make it a little sooner because I feel like everybody's ready.
Rabid, one might say.
We'll see if we can maybe move that one up. So,
all right, everybody.
Again, we have, like you mentioned, Mothership coming up on Wednesday. Thursday is we're returning our Wraith game, and then Friday night we're going back to Call of Cthulhu. So I've got lots of stuff coming up on here. So again, thank you for everybody watching the video. I was going to say somebody's missing part of a hand. So we'll get into that discussion on Friday. So we'll see if we can give her a hand. Anyway, we will go ahead and wrap up, folks. Again, thank you for everyone watching on YouTube, watching on the stream. We appreciate your support, and we will see you again soon later. Bye.
Bye, everyone.